guys, and welcome back to Sweet and Sour Soccer. This is Transfer Talk. These are getting more regular now, aren't they? I'm liking it.
Yeah, at least once a week.
These are getting regular. You get 4 a month. Guys, we've got some big stories today. Really, for me now, what seems like the eve of the Euros. Let's dive straight in. Hazard returning to Chelsea. Real Madrid have openly said they are willing to listen to offers for Hazard and Bale. Hazard is the big story here.
Yeah, definitely. Hazard apparently would welcome a move back to Chelsea. Chelsea haven't come out and said anything concrete yet about whether they'd welcome him back, but it could be a perfect. I can't decide whether it'd be a perfect fit or would it be a story of someone going back. But let's face it, he's been out of shape for a couple of years, and it's more on sentiment than anything else.
It's such an odd one, isn't it? Let's be honest. Who's in the Champions League final and who isn't?
Yeah.
Is it a step down? I know we always put Real Madrid and Barcelona on these pedestals that no one else can ever achieve. Like no one's as good as, but they're not the giants that they've been for the last decade. So is it a step down for Hazard? I don't know. And would Chelsea want him? They got good money for him. Do they probably want to pay 70 million?
Yeah, exactly that. I think it could be one of them, couldn't it? It could be a fantastic match, and I think if I don't know though, how much are Real going to demand? Would Sancho be a more attractive bid?
But they've also got good players in that position. Players like Pulisic, who hasn't even played this season. 70 million can go on a centre back, which they desperately need. I don't know. It just doesn't sit well with me, especially leaving to go there and then just wanting to come back so soon. I don't know. Let's talk about a player that has also come out and said...
Bit of a cost saver, this one.
He's come out and said, I'm open, as if there was a chance of going back to Chelsea as well. I can't believe I'm saying his name. Willian.
Yeah, scored one Premier League goal for Arsenal, and he thinks he can call the shots and say, I'd welcome coming back to Chelsea. I mean...
I'd welcome coming back as if he's doing them a favour. Like, you know what, guys? I'll come back if you... Do you need me?
I'd be surprised if there's any Chelsea fans that would welcome him back. But look, if you're a Chelsea fan, drop in the comments what you'd think if Chelsea did entertain Willian coming back. I mean, he'd be cheaper than Hazard, wouldn't he?
He would be cheaper than Hazard. God, I just don't know where to go with this one. Like,
no,
I don't even think it's worth talking about it too much. Right, let's talk seriously. Bayern Munich have entered the race for Gini Wijnaldum. It seemed like it's been set for Barcelona and Gini for what seems close to the entire season now. It's kind of been, this is going to be my last season, definitely the last 3, 4, 5 months. But Bayern Munich are entering the race.
Yeah, definitely. I suppose it's an interesting one, isn't it? Which would be the more attractive offer at the moment? You've got to probably say that it would be Bayern. I mean, Barca and Real Madrid have massive rebuild jobs, and maybe they'll offer Wijnaldum quite a big salary because obviously they'll be saving on a transfer fee. It's just interesting. What's it going to come down to for Wijnaldum? Is he going? I think Bayern looks a more attractive offer, but look, he could take either, couldn't he? Let's be honest.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's not the worst offers in the world to have, is it? If you've got Barcelona and Bayern Munich fighting for your signature. If he wants to win domestic titles, you go to Bayern Munich, Farmers League, Barcelona, because they are, in fairness to La Liga, they do have a 3-team league fighting every season. It might be that little bit more difficult, but it's that pull of Messi. Even now, people literally choose their clubs because of Messi. So who knows?
I mean, look, that could be another transfer talk a bit later on. Obviously, it's been very quiet with Messi, hasn't it? But of course, out of contract, is he going to sign a new contract? But we don't know much on that yet. So let's move on to... Shall we move on to the big Wolves one, which has come out today? Yeah. Look, you might want to stop listening, Wolves fans. Ruben Neves, he's been linked with a move away. What's shocking about this is £35 million for Ruben Neves.
Yeah, 35 million doesn't seem like a Wolves transfer figure. We're normally pretty good. I mean, if you include the add-ons for Yotta, of which I'm probably sure, and any bonuses, etc., we'll get them back in the next couple of years. It's you're looking at 45, 50 million, aren't you, in total? Um, I don't see this. This is a 24-year-old who tops the tops the interceptions and tackles combined list this season in a dead team. Uh, I said in the group earlier 50 million, and then I sat there and thought, he's a player for 10 years. Why aren't we asking for 70 million?
Yeah, exactly that. It's an interesting one, though, isn't it? So far, United have been favourites to get his signature, and you can see
Yeah,
why, can't you? Especially if the fee's 35 million. He's getting in front of McTominay. He's getting in front of Fred. He could probably pay either of those roles, and he would add a lot, wouldn't he, to that three-man midfield? It'd be one that United fans should get excited for, especially if you can sign him for 35 million. I'd be excited for 50.
if they were to get Ruben Neves for 35 million, they've fixed such a key role in their team on such a cheap budget. You probably would see then a Sancho bid of 100 million because they're thinking, right, what do we do? Do we go and pay 50 or 60 million for Ndidi? Because Leicester, we know, get the right price for their
Money.
players. If they're thinking we can get Ruben Neves for 35, why don't we go and put in 140 million for Haaland or, something like that? So,
Well, that's another good point. I don't think Leicester want to really deal with them after the Maguire incident, I believe it was, and that they just kept it took a lot and they left it late. And I think Leicester don't
same
want to
with
deal with them again. So yeah, I mean, look, at the moment United are the favourites,
yeah.
and you can see why he would slide right into the team. Pretty much a done deal. Should we move on to the pretty much a done deal? Liverpool obviously pretty much confirmed their first signing in the summer.
Yes, Konaté. He'll be a massive signing for them. Any Liverpool fans watching, I think this is going to be a big, big, big addition to your squad. And, I say first team as well. It is the squad because of the injuries that you've had this season. You never know if any of these injuries from Gomez or Van Dijk could be recurring next season. You just never know. Look at Johnny, a Wolves player, 2 ACLs in the same season. So this is a great addition for them, and it's basically all but done, isn't it? So very, very good news for you.
Yeah, the only thing I would add about that quickly would be the only thing that seems to be holding up at the moment is Liverpool are apparently the structure in the payments. They want to do a bit of a pay it over 4 years, a bit how they did with, of course, Wolves and Jota. But
Yeah,
look, Leipzig are saying no, we want it up front, but I don't see that affecting the overall. But it's just one that might be worth mentioning. But that could be what stops the deal.
if it's not done in the next couple of weeks in terms of a dead cert, I'd start to worry. But no, I don't
Yeah.
think Liverpool are going to let such a vital player go in a key area of the pitch for that reason. Let's move on to Martinez because this is Roberto Martinez, who obviously manages the Belgium squad. He's openly said now this is his last tournament. He's not going to do anything after this. And he's already speaking to Spurs. A lot of people think it's already Nuno's position prematurely. Martinez, it makes sense, doesn't it, really? He's not a manager that, in my opinion, I could be wrong, that is going to go from Belgium to a Munich or a PSG or a Man City. He's probably going to have to come down a rung or two, isn't he?
I still personally don't see it as a great signing for Tottenham as a new manager. To be honest, I just don't really place him at that higher level. I really don't. I don't see on a club level or even on a. I suppose, look, he's done all right, hasn't he? Let's be honest. Internationally, of course he has, but domestically, I don't really see that big a triumph that would warrant him being the Spurs manager. But maybe I've got it wrong. Spurs fans, if you are watching this, let us know. Are you excited about Martinez? I mean, me personally, if I was a Spurs fan, I probably wouldn't be.
Any manager that can win the FA Cup with Wigan has got to be worth his weight in gold, rather, is it
He's been
surely?
living off that for like the bloody past 10 years.
It's
Or
going to be
however long it's been.
yeah,
Final one. final one to finish, Buendia. Obviously, he's been linked with,
Yes.
going to be linked with a lot of clubs this summer, but at the moment, the latest one is Leeds. Leeds are apparently willing to pay 40 million for him. I'm sure Norwich will want to hang on for it onto him. Been linked
Especially, I
with
think
Arsenal before, but
sorry, carry on.
I was going to say he's been linked with Arsenal before, but I think they weren't willing to pay the 40 mil, which was, what they wanted. But Leeds apparently might be. I mean, it'd be a good signing.
Absolutely. There's a few players in that Norwich team that could get snapped up. You could see someone like Pookie as a squad player for a good sized club. Godfrey is going to get linked to every team that, needs someone in that position. And, now Buendia. We've got some good players, Norwich. And if they can keep a hold of most of them, most of their top players, I think they'll be okay next season. I don't think we're going to see the same Norwich that go straight back down, especially keeping their manager, of course. But Buendia is a top player. We'll see him linked to a host of clubs over the summer.
Yeah, definitely. And I think that's it for this transfer talk.
Oh, one last one. It's just come through on my screen, guys. If you are a Man United fan, who's still a Ronaldo fanboy, it's saying that he's set for fresh talks with Juve. So another breaking news story on Sweet and Sour. We never disappoint, do we? Yeah, Ronaldo set for fresh talks. See how that goes over the next few weeks.
Yeah, it doesn't excite me if he's stopping at Juve. To be honest, I'd rather him be moving elsewhere. We could get a full video out of that.
Are you saying I should have saved it for another video?
No. I mean, I'm not saying that because him renewing contract talks, we're not going to save that for a video. But if he decides to join United again, that would be a nice video for us. So, Ronaldo, think of our channel and move.
Yeah, Ronaldo, please think of the views. Yeah, I've got pizza on the way, so I need to go.
And great reason to go. There we go.
See you guys.
See you on the next one. Plus, like and subscribe.
We don't even do this anymore. How is that?
We don't do it at the start, do we?
Don't do it. Please like and subscribe, even though we don't ask you to.
See you on the next one.